I get lost in your words. It feels so good when I'm hurt. Takes my mind off of the pain. Loves when the beat takes me away with only good music. Oh, 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 with only good music. Something about the things you said stays in my mind.
Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening in this world. Welcome to another session of Healing Through Hurt iTalk Radio on this January the 4th of 2025, this new year. Right now, you're listening to good music. When we come back, we will start with our good conversation and good vibes. I am C. Maria Wall, your host. I will return in a few moments after Ms. Tori Lee's good music is done playing.
It feels so good when I'm hurt. Takes my mind off of the pain. Loves when the beat takes me away with only good music. Oh, 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 with only good music. I tell Rihanna, please don't stop the music. Cologne strum my pain with the fingers. I could really use it. Quiet storms full of purple rain. My Sharia more lovely as a summer's day. I'll let the whispers follow Marvin Gaye in my headphones till the music starts to fade away. I give away my brown sugar for a bit of pop. If love really was a bullet, I'd have took the shot. Yeah. Now would you buy me a drink just to take me home? Put your game in a song just to make me moan. I like my Robin Thicke, me alone. A thug album, triple shots, that's a trace. I get lost in your words. It feels so good when I'm hurt. Takes my mind off of the pain. Loves when the beat takes me away with only good music. Oh, 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 with only good music.
Well, hello again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you are listening in this world. Thank you so much for joining me on another session of Healing Through Hurt iTalk Radio. As I said, I'm your host, C. Maria Wall, also known as the voice of relationship recovery, and of course the mediator Shiro right here at our ground zero, where I always say that when you're at ground zero, don't look at it like you're at rock bottom. You're simply on solid ground where you can gain your footing, dig in deeply, and prepare to propel yourselves to new heights. So for this, the 4th day of this new year in January 2025, I wanted to talk to you about not looking back, not going back. You know, now that I am back in my element, which is helping those lost in their storms heal from their hurts and find their way back into the light, I want to say this evening. I want you to get used to moving on and not looking back. When you think about it, there is nothing behind us but what made us leave in the first place. I want you to think about that for a moment. Let me say that again. There is nothing behind us but what made us leave in the first place. Now, some of us left voluntarily, and others we were forced out by whatever means it was. And in the end, the means may have been different slightly, but in the end, we all had to move on. So why do so many of us continue to walk forward with our heads facing backwards? Number one, you can't see what's ahead of you. Your next wonderful thing may be right in front of you, but because you're looking backwards, you may miss it. So think about this. Remember that what is behind you is what made you leave in the first place. So stop looking backwards. There's nothing to go back to. Either again, you got frustrated, you got tired, and you left on your own, such as what I did in my last seven month, whatever it was. I had to leave because it got too toxic. And some of you woke up one day and that person that you gave your heart, mind, body, spirit, and soul to told you that they did not want to be with you anymore. They didn't love you anymore. They didn't want you around anymore. They were repulsed by you. Whatever the case may have been, you were forced to move on. So stop looking behind. Look forward. See what life has to offer. And one thing I want to tell you all is that when I took my break from social media for a few months, I went back into what I say is living. I walked outside one day, and for a small moment in time, I looked up and I felt the warmth of the sun on my face. And then I got back into doing things that I used to enjoy doing. Now, I was also going through some other issues with my emotional numbness and all of that. But looking back on that time when I was gone from social media, I only posted occasionally so that people would know that I was still in the land of the living. But beyond that, I posted little motivational things so that people would know who were still lost in their storms. They would know that I'm still here and I'm still with them. Even though I was going through my own battles, I couldn't turn my back on the people who needed me the most. So I found my rhythm again. I found my passion again. I went back into doing some of the hobbies that I wanted to do because I knew that whatever I was going through with the emotional numbness, and at that time, no one could really tell me what was going on. I forced myself to keep busy, to move forward, because that way I didn't have time to dwell on the past, time to try to dissect all of the things that were wrong from the very beginning. All of the things that, oh, was it me? Did I do that? No. For me, I know that it was not me. And I'm not going to get into trashing that individual because there's no sense in it at this moment in time in my journey. Because you see, one thing that we should also get into the norm of doing is that grown folks, adults, we don't seek revenge. We can cut people off and move on and act like they never existed unless there's a reason that keeps us tethered to them. We don't have to dwell on the fact that we were ever even in their company or they were in our company. We can move on because when you hold on to that type of negative thought and memory, it only tears you down because trust and believe 9 times out of 10, that other person has moved on. And guess what? Whether they're happy, whether they're not happy, is none of our concern. It is not anything that we should be taking up our mind space worrying about. They made the choice to show their true colors or to force us to leave or whatever it was. Let them do them. Let them be free in their own little world. And you learn how to move forward in your world. Forward, not back, forward. Because one thing that I know for certain is that something wonderful is still out here for me in this world. And I'm going to keep going and enjoying finding new things and learning how to enjoy living again so that I can trust again, so that I can believe and love and humanity and all types of things again. And you should try that too, because this is called healing through hurt. It's not called sitting in the past. It's not called living in the past. It's not called looking back to the past. It's healing through it, which means moving through it, which means moving forward, not backward. So again, I want you all to really, really, really consider change this year. Because as I said in some of my prior programs, change requires change. We cannot stay where we are and expect something wonderful to happen. The chances of that are probably slimmer than hitting the lottery. So therefore, we have to be our own rescue. We have to be our own cheerleaders. We have to be the change that we so desperately need. So with that said, I'm not going to stay on long this evening. I just wanted to send you like a 15-minute motivational and inspirational message to help you make it through your day. If you need to reach us, our number is 202-618-2556. Again, it's 202-618-2556. And if you want to write to us, our address is Post Office Box 272 in Randallstown, Maryland, 21133. That's Post Office Box 272 in Randallstown, Maryland, 21133. And if you want to send us an electronic message, write to me personally at letsgrow@cmariawall.com. That's letsgrow@cmariawall.com. And before I go, as always, I want to pray each and every one of you enough. I pray you enough sunshine to brighten your rainy days. I also pray you enough rain to make your gardens grow beautifully. And I pray you enough smiles to turn to frowns that you've been carrying around upside down. But most of all, I pray you enough strength and courage to face whatever may be at your door coming your way from this very moment and beyond. So until next time, I'm C. Maria Wall, the voice of relationship recovery and the mediating shero right here at our ground zero, wishing you all the very best. Have the best remainder of your day and evening and morning possible, even if you do not want to. So until next time, keep going forward and let's continue to walk this road called life together. You're not alone. I am here for you, so let's make it happen. Ready, set, let's grow and go. Until next time, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful remainder of your weekend. I'll talk to you again soon.